I've been at Respawn now since the company was formed, and I've been working with a lot of these guys for almost 11 years now.
Landing on the Titanfall concept after we started Respawn,
It took us a long time. It's not like when we came here, we had a blueprint laid out for us and we're like, all right, we're just gonna attack it and hit the ground running. What we actually ended up doing for a long time was talking about games we liked, talking about things about games we didn't like, and just figuring out what kind of game we wanted to make.
Titanfall splinters away from the Call of Duty formula just by adding Titans. You're sort of designing for two games that are playing against each other in the same space at the same time. That one element changes everything.
Friendly Titan attacking your target.
We spent a lot of time in the Call of Duty days being very true and honest and respectful of all the contemporary military design, just so that it felt right and true to what you were doing. With Titanfall, we stepped into a universe that was incredibly exotic. It gave all these opportunities to do really cool designs and work with ideas that had one foot in reality and another foot in crazy town.
There's like, 10 and 15-year industry vets here. And we've brought all that knowledge with us and all that experience. We really pushed ourselves to make something new and interesting.
Enemy Titan eliminated.
Titanfall is a very different game than anything we made previously, and a lot of it is just having such experienced people to work with and being able to trust that they can come up with the right solutions.
I don't think anyone really expected Modern Warfare to take off as well as it did. I remember a point when we were doing like take-home tests, and in one of those tests we were like, this game's better than Halo. And that was one of those moments where you're just like, oh yeah.
That game seemed to be coming out at the perfect time in the video game history. It just was like the right moment for it.
I thought, how am I ever gonna make a game better than this? Especially after the first Modern Warfare. And now that we're near the end of Titanfall 2, I can't believe I can say this, but I honestly feel we made a better game.
Games have turned into big progression loops and loot and rewards that enhance the game and give it legs. But one of the tenets that we sort of live by is, if you take all that away, the game still has to be good.
Coming off of making Call of Duty games, like there was a formula there almost. This one, there was no formula.
With Titanfall, the compelling vision is we want to make a game that's fun. So it's been very mechanics focused.
One of the challenges that has to be overcome when making one of these kinds of campaigns is you've got to think about what is the narrative element, what is the core gameplay element, what is the variety of gameplay expressed by that core concept of gameplay.
And what we ended up with was this game with such a broad sense of gameplay that every level and every moment and every mission is totally different. So like when you finish one, you're like, well, I want to see what they do next. I want to see what happens next. Because it's constantly changing up. And not just in the narrative, but the way the game plays.
There's not a lot of cutscenes and times where you have to put the controller down because there's nothing to do. Like, it's not that game at all. This is the gameplay variety pack of fun in the Titanfall universe.
And the plethora of games people are going to play and the millions of bullets they're going to fire. Once you put a controller in your hand, you start playing it, I think we ended up with something special.